It's the King, bitch. Welcome to MPW Hell's Gate press conference. First, I want to thank all our partners. I want to thank everybody here today. I want to thank MPW. I want to thank Markout Club. I want to thank MOW. I want to thank our proud sponsors. I want to thank all the fans and all the people that's here today. I'm the voice of Tuesday Night Mayhem, and I will be calling the Hell's Gate pay-per-view. Without further ado, I want to get into the face of the women's division, the face of women's wrestling, Tyreka.
Reka, 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 Reka.
Oh, y'all sound amazing. That's why I love y'all so much. It is an honor and privilege to be your MPW Women's Champion. And I do not take this for granted. So make some noise for yourselves, because without y'all, I'm nothing.
Question from Mark from MOC. How you doing, Tyreka? I have a question.
How are you?
At this point, you have a Hall of Fame career. You've been champion for years. What is your motivation? What is your drive? How do you find a way to always stay on top?
I think I can speak for the entire locker room. I think I can speak for everybody that knows the game, that knows the business of professional wrestling when I say we're in the best era ever when it comes to the female talent across the board. Every promotion. It is a lot of talent in MPW. So for me, I never overlook an opponent. I treat every match like it could be my last. As you can see, coming out of that Hell in a Cell match with Becky, different injuries, but I fought through them because I'm a champion. And that's what champions do. Every day, win or lose or draw, I'm gonna be a champion. And I'll never lose, by the way.
If you beat Jordan Connor, what's next? Who's the next opponent?
Jordan Connor is an incredible wrestler. I don't want to overlook her. But at the same time, this is Hell's Gate. You people came out here to see me, right? So I'm gonna give the people what they want. I wrestled every woman in the Full Horsewoman but Bayley. So Bayley, after I wash Jordan, respectfully, I want to see what's up.
Well, you know, Rebecca Quinn, aka Becky Lynch, has been taking some time off to help her family and to be around her child. Do you see yourself having a child anytime soon?
My child right now is professional wrestling. I wake up, I eat lunch, I go to the gym, I go to boxing training, I get in the shower, I go to sleep, and I think about professional wrestling. Having a child physically would probably be when I'm retired, but I don't see that no time soon. I've been champion for over 1,000 days, and I don't plan on stopping. And at Hell's Gate, April 17th, I'm gonna show Jordan Connor why they say I'm the best in the world.
Very, very strong words from the champion. But you gotta respect this. She's been champion for over 1,000 days. What would you expect Tyreka to really say? But next up, we have her opponent. She's the #1 contender for the MPW Women's Championship. She's on a winning streak from all over the country, all over the world, and that's what brought her to MPW. Jordan Connor.
Hey Jordan, how you doing? What is your thoughts on not just the fans, but the guys and the girls in the locker room that think you're just another pit stop in the legacy of Tyreka?
I think that they never saw me wrestle. The hardcore fans and the smart fans, the marks, they know that I've been around the country. They know that I faced the best of the best. They know that I've came out on top. I've been undefeated for over a year now. Just like she's been champion for years, I've been undefeated for years. So, I'm the perfect opponent. She's never gotten a ring with someone like me. I bring that women's strong style to MPW. And everybody always said that they were better than her. They can do whatever to her, and they fell short. But you see, when I come around, that's when we start doing press conferences. Because I take shit to the next level just like her. So, respect everything she's done. She opened a door for women like myself to come in. But now that I'm here, I'm here. I'm not here to play second fiddle. I'm here to be #1. I'm here to be world champion.
Lewis from MPW. I have a question, Jordan. How you doing? Have you ever seen tape, or do you watch tape on Tyreka? And what are your plans to defeat her?
Do I watch tape? No. Not at all. Do I watch the product here or there, top to bottom, to watch the pay-per-views to see what's going on? Yes. I never just saw out her matches or anything like that. If she's on a pay-per-view, I'm gonna watch the match. The reality is it doesn't matter what I watch. She's never took a loss. She wins. She's very versatile. She can submit you. She can hit you with a strike. She can hit you with her finisher. All different ways to win. She comes out on top. There's no formula to beat her, just like there's no formula to beat me. So this is a 50-50 match. But no matter the circumstances, I believe in my abilities. And I know for a fact that I'm gonna come out on top.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the heart and soul of MPW, Joey fucking Knox.
Joey, how you doing? We all know you're one of the pillars of this company. I gotta ask, is this feud your most personal feud ever?
Is this my most personal match? I would say it's definitely up there. Went at it with Geechee. Most craziest feud, probably. Just because it started from the beginning. You go with Garrick, go with Ace. Whenever you face your brother or somebody that you were in a faction with, you know, it's gonna make it personal.
Joey, this is the closest thing that we get to Sinister versus the Cole. Do you think this match determines your legacy?
It's not going to determine my legacy anyway. If I lose, win, I'm still going to be the same workhorse of MPW. I'm still going to be one of the first Grand Slam champs. I'm still going to be known as one of the heart and souls of MPW and the pillar. So I'm not worried about anything when it comes to my legacy. My legacy is stamped, and nobody can take that away from me. And I say that confidently, not confidently.
Joey, you faced everybody in entry. What would you say is your favorite match?
Again, to even go back and say which is my favorite matches are the same ones that I just discussed, you know. But my top one will always be me and Brave's Last Dance. But me and Geechee tearing it down the first time, you know, Hell in a Cell match with Kamikaze. Like, come on. You know, it's too hard to pick between those.
Next up, without further ado, the Gold Hunter. The guy that's been chasing gold for a while. He hasn't been successful. This is his second time going at the Ascension Championship. Q Jackson.
Q, good evening. You call yourself the Gold Hunter, but it seems like every time you have the opportunity to bring gold home, you lose. So at this pay-per-view, what makes things different for you?
What's the difference at Hell's Gate, you say? Well, I'm more determined and more dedicated than I ever have been. And I just feel like I've got it in the bag to finally claim the gold that is rightfully mine, that I have been hunting and hunting.
What would you say to anyone that still doubts you to this day?
For anyone who doubts me, catch me in that ring, and let's see after the fact if you still think the same way.
And who would you say is your favorite wrestler in NPW?
And my favorite wrestler for NPW? Of course it's myself. The Gold Hunter himself. I am always going to be my favorite wrestler.
Ladies and gentlemen, the WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Champion, Walter.
Hey, Walter, the first thing I want to ask is, how is your health?
So the world wants to know, how's my health, and will I make it to MPW's Hell Gate? I'm cleared. And I will be at Hell's Gate. And the crazy part is, I don't even know who I'm facing at Hell's Gate yet. But I'm going to eat the match like I always do. Ready, willing, and able to put my body on the line.
Walter, what is the preparation to prepare for a match and you don't know who your opponent is? Do you have a plan?
What do you want to do? You don't know who you're facing. Do you have a plan? Do you have a strategy? I laugh, because I do have a plan. I do have a strategy. And that's show up, beat their ass, and move on. See, this opponent, they know they're facing me. They know what they're going to get. So there is no plan. The plan is simple. I just stated it. You can bet your ass I walk out of this match victorious.
Next up, we have a legend in our industry, a pillar in this company, the undisputed MPW heavyweight champion, Jay Lucas.
Jay Lucas, how you doing? You face everybody in the industry. How do you prepare yourself for someone like Bobby Lashley?
Bobby Lashley is going to be different from anyone I've ever fought so far in my career. He's a perfect blend of speed, power, and technique. It's going to take everything I have and more to take this guy down. But see, that's where I have the advantage. Because Bobby's been around the block for a while. You got to factor in, he's been in WWE, TNA, AEW, and MMA on top of that. He's pretty much been everywhere and done everything that this world of professional wrestling has to offer. But that also works against Bobby. See, it doesn't have to take me a lot of effort to look up anything I need to know about him. And that's where we differ. I know him front and back, but he doesn't know a damn thing about me.
You've done so much in this business. What would you say is your favorite match and favorite feud?
My favorite feud in MPW, that's an obvious one. It's Geechee. I mean, you think about it. Our feud laid the foundation of everything that is MPW. Without us, years ago, going back and forth to decide who is the better wrestler, none of this exists. As far as my favorite match with him, that's an easy one. The Jungle. Sure, I could have said the one match with Dallas Cash after winning the title after so long, but let's be honest, that title run didn't matter until I beat the person who didn't lose it but had to let it go.
What do you say to the fans that think that you're a great wrestler, but not popular enough to be in the position that you are in?
Look, I appreciate the love I get from the fans. I really do. But I've never needed to be the most popular wrestler just to get a point across. I have no problem letting my actions speak louder than my words. And I know as far as the world of wrestling goes, it's kind of a detriment, but it's never been a problem for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage the new general manager of MPW, MVP.
MVP, how you doing? And congratulations on the new position at MPW. Everybody wants to know, where's Bobby?
Two type of entertainers in this life. You got superstars, then you have megastars. Bobby Lashley is a megastar. He's working on a film, and when he's not filming, he's in the gym getting ready for his match against Jay Lucas. So there will be no press conferences, as far as I'm concerned, for Bobby Lashley. If any questions need to be answered, I can handle them.
How serious is Bobby Lashley taking this match? He's not available for press conferences. We haven't seen him. We want to know. The streets want to know.
Jay Lucas put his hands on me and made it very, very personal. So we're taking this very seriously and commit Hell's Gate. Lucas's will meet his maker. As far as I'm concerned, all I tried to do was make him a megastar. And he took the opportunity when he knew that Bobby and he knew that the Hurt Business was not in the building. But guess what? You didn't hurt me. Then we hurt people.
Can you sense an upset having Jay Lucas beat Bobby Lashley? Do you see that? Do y'all prepare for that?
There's people out here that think professional wrestling is fake. Okay, think what you want. Is the UFC fake? Is it scripted? Bobby Lashley was a champion. He's been under those bright lights. He's been in the cage. He's been in every promotion as a champion. Do you really, really think you would consider Bobby Lashley winning an upset? Interview's over.
Hey, fuck all that. Fuck intro.
Fuck your questions. I got two things to say. The first thing is, Nick Gage, you a bitch. The second thing I'm gonna say is, when I see you, I'm ready to go up top. I'm ready to down you. This is why I got a jumpsuit on right now. We can get into whatever you want to get into early.
Yeah, we don't need no introduction. I introduced myself. I'm Ryan Matthews. Right next to me is the strongest force in MPW, my tag team partner, Aaron Zacconi. We are the longest reigning tag team champions. We are the first time ever two-time champions in MPW history. And y'all want to keep comparing us. I got a question for y'all. Fuck the questions y'all got for me. I got a question for y'all. Why do y'all keep comparing us to these fucking bumps? They've never beaten us, but we was kids. We was coming up in the amateurs or in the indies. Now MPW, they never beaten us. Y'all keep bringing them up like they're somebody. When we all know they're secondary title holders. We all know those tag team belts was created for them because they can't fucking beat us.
At this point, you fucking marks, y'all disrespectful. Y'all don't know pro wrestling. Y'all got it fucked up. Don't think it's gonna be any different. Hell's Gate, we gonna end this for sure. We gonna put them down once and for all. We gonna unify these championships and we gonna move on and go to the fucking club and tear it up.
Yardy boys, how you doing? I've been getting verbally assaulted by Young and Gritty for weeks now. It's been a lot of disrespect. What do you say or how do you feel about the disrespect that's going on?
Let's keep it 100. I thought the day we were going to have a face-off. I thought the day we were going to show some class, show some respect. But these two redhead bitches been running their mouths, and they decided to run off before we even got on the stage. Why would you say what you think you want, but not say it to my face as a man? So, at Hell's Gate, I'm about to put boot to ass.
Let's be clear. You've always respected them and appreciated them for what they did, how they opened doors for us to be here in PW as far as getting the tag team division lit. One thing is this, we never disrespected y'all. You always disrespect us. That means that y'all threatened by us because we're the only team that can take you off y'all game, knock y'all off top. And I feel like they're feeling the pressure now. Now I'm not feeding into none of that because I don't care. They're playing mind games and this is what they do. They get in your head and they get in the ring and they have their way. But this time it's going to be different. This time we walk out undisputed champions.
And now, without further ado, a word from our longest reigning MPW champion in history, the current MPW television champion, and EVP of this company, Geechee the Don.
Hey, Geechee, how you doing? I love everything you're doing. I love how far the company has grown. I love the fact that your title reign has been amazing. But how are you doing mentally, knowing that no matter how good the company is doing, how good your matches are, in the back of your mind, no matter where you turn, Sinister or the Unknown is bothering you?
Mentally, I'll be honest with you. I'm at peace. I'm at peace with everything that's going on in our company. I'm at peace with knowing that my reign, when you look back at it, it's going to be some of the best matches I've ever put on in my career. I feel like I'm in my prime. And I'm also at peace because the match is done. You know what I'm saying? We have a date. And all this pent-up aggression, everything that I've been through these last 7 months, I can finally get in that ring and get in that cell where I belong. I've been in the most Hell in a Cell matches myself. And Joey Knox, I'm at home in that cell. And it's nobody that can get in there that can wrestle for me or Sinister. We finally get to go one-on-one and do this thing. And whatever happens, happens. I'm willing to go that extra mile. I'm ready to walk in and put my mind, body, and soul in that cage and walk out sane and walk out the same. So with that being said, I'm at peace.
You've done so much in your career. Who would you say is your favorite match, favorite feud, or most important?
I mean, it's so tough because if we're talking about most important, like Jay Lucas said, me and him, our feud started this whole company. You know, as far as most personal, myself and Dallas Cash was the most personal feud. I talked about his wife, talked about his parenting, talked about his family. He talked about myself. He talked about my dead mother. We took it there. It was a time in the business where we can do that. There might not ever be a time like that ever again. You know, my feud with Joey was about betrayal. You know what I'm saying? That was very personal. Just as well as this feud that I'm now with Sinister is very personal. Sinister came into my home. My favorite feud, I would say, I can't pick one. I've done so many different things with the people that I work with. I'll leave that up to the people that I work with and the fans. You know, I can't pick the sole moment that I would deem as my favorite. I love this business. I love what we do. It's a major part of my life.
Do you run with any issues being the EVP? Like knowing that, man, maybe I should go over, or maybe they should go over. How do you separate yourself as a booker and wrestler?
You know, unlike WWE or any wrestling promotion on television, this comes down to skills. So people believe that wrestling is real or fake, but at the end of the day, it's about skills. There's no predetermined winner. You see what I'm saying? It's your skills versus my skill. And if we're talking about story, what's the story say? We prioritize promos more than any claw wrestling community there is. We really core into our characters and the things that we need to do to get the story over. What does the story say? Does the story say this should win? Or does the story say this person should win? I do what's best for the brand, what's best for the story, what's best for the business.
Sinister made some comments about you faking, about, you felt some type of way about the situation with Jay Lucas and him not helping you. Can you speak? Is there any truth to that?
You know, people ask me a lot of questions about him, why we haven't wrestled yet. People gotta understand, Sinister, he's not a wrestler. He's an entity. He's not signed by the PW. This is why we're having a non-sanctioned match. You know, he is a demonic force presence. So, you know, his whole thing is to get in my head, get in my mind, you know, and I'm not letting that happen. You know, we have our match, and he's going to understand that none of the things that he's saying can bother me. You know, he's no different from these marks and these people on the internet with the theories. Jay Lucas is my brother. You know what I'm saying? He was getting ready for his match and doing what he needed to do. You know, I jumped out there and, you know, Joey was injured and I had to handle it. I didn't want him to lose his championship, and I don't think he knew what was going on, as far as I'm concerned. So by the time he knew, it was pretty much too late. It was already done, and he had a championship match. So we can, you know, stop talking about that because that's irrelevant. What's relevant is that I'm going to walk out of that cell, and MPW is going to be just fine. I'm going to end this terror, this dark cloud that's over our business that we work so hard for. Thank you.